Hey, good morning. Janelle, our good friend, and I are going to be taking rivets out of the interior panels on this bus in preparation for a roof raise. So I want to show you how we do that. It's a lot easier than drilling them out. So that rivet there that's shorn off just flush with the textured aluminum, all of these we cut out with an air chisel, and I'll show you how to do that. I think it's a lot faster and a lot easier than trying to drill them. First, let's talk a little bit about rivets. A typical rivet has this center pin, and the pin is attached to a little nub. What do you call that, Janelle?
I have no clue.
I don't know. Yeah, it's the nub. And so you put this through the hole, obviously. I'm being a little basic here. And then the tool pulls the shaft and pulls this little nub up inside the tube, expands it. At some point, it reaches enough tension that it snaps the shaft off, leaves the little nub inside there in the expanded tube, and that locks everything together. This is a traditional rivet. These are the ones we use on all exterior surfaces. This is the same, still has that little nub inside it, but it's inside, and the back of this, it's called a closed end rivet because the back of that is closed. It's not closed on the front still. It'll break this off and leave a dimple or a hole in there, but the hole doesn't go all the way through, so you don't end up with water coming through and leaking past your nub in the rivet tube. So the tools we're going to use, got an air hose here, got some tool oil. Just because we do this enough, I've got two of these. This is only a $13 air hammer, air chisel from Harbor Freight. It's a small one, and we use the pointed tool on that just for pushing the pins in. And then this is their kind of medium duty one. And I painted one side yellow, so I know the yellow faces me. Grind the chisel tip so that this side is curved. This is the side that faces the wall. The other side is pretty flat, so if you can see that, it's got a bit of a curve. And I'll show you why we do that and how we do that. And I just painted one side yellow so that I can know which way is supposed to face me. So we'll use these, and I'll show you how we do that. So the reason I showed you how that rivet works is because this pin is harder, obviously, than the rivet tube and the shaft there. This is a stainless rivet, but the ones in the sidewall here are all aluminum, but that center pin is still going to be steel. So if the center pin is visible, like in this one, can you get in here, Janelle, close? If you see the center pin in there, if I tried to cut this rivet off, that pin is going to make it very difficult to cut through that steel pin. So what I got to do is punch that in. And I've seen people try to do this by hand, but we just do it the easy way. Sorry, Janelle's tripping over the hose there. Make sure you oil the tool every day, a couple drops. We actually oil it a couple times because we use these quite a bit. So I just go through, put the tip, push the pin in. This is where the magic happens. So you put the curved side against the wall and kind of angle it this way so that the flat will go underneath the rim of the rivet. And then as you move through the rivet, kind of just rotate a bit so you don't gouge the wall. You see it takes the head of the rivet off and doesn't really mar the surface there. And that's it. I think it's a lot faster than trying to drill these out. Janelle's getting ready. She took her headphones off. Normally she's got those on, and it's probably good because this is loud. She has her comfort cushion with her knees. That's important. She's got both air tools. She has her safety glasses, her safety squints. I know someone's going to say, oh, you got to have safety glasses, and probably it's a good idea. But these don't come shooting off with any force. Now, Janelle has never done this. You ever done this before?
No, I
Okay.
have not.
So why don't you just work your way across these and just a little blap.
Oh, wow. Cool. Nice.
And you don't actually have to even go too far into it, so you get the tool stuck. Yeah, that's probably good. All right, swap tools while you're doing that. So this is really thin aluminum. It's really fragile. It's aluminum, so it's soft. This is pretty sacrificial because when we pull this out, it's glued in here, so it's hard to get it out in a way that you could reuse it. But this same system works on the ceiling, and you, if you're going to reuse the ceiling panels, can do this without gouging up the aluminum or the panels much. So she's got the flat side facing us, the curved side towards the wall. And again, she's never done this before. No. She just saw the 4 that I did.
So that goes under.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So let me show you this. And, you know, as she gets more comfortable with it, she'll be able to do it in one continuous burst. But look how nice that takes the head of the rivet off. And there's really very little marring of that aluminum. Again, that's super soft. So this worked quite well.
Right, can I turn it and then go the other way?
Yep, exactly. Oh, that was a good point. Wait, show what you did. So, yeah, since she's now coming in from the other direction, she just turned the tool around, you know, turn the chisel around like that.
Cool.
All right, so these rivets are smaller. These are more structural just because they go through a couple layers. I just want to show you how quickly you can take out a whole bunch of rivets. And there you go. That was what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 rivets in about the time it'd take you maybe to drill out 2 of them. Once the rivets are out, this panel's glued on here, but you can get behind it with a flat pry bar. There you go. So this bus has 4 emergency exit windows, and the emergency exit windows stick down over some of the rivets. So this is a regular window here, and you see the side rail just stops and the metal curves up over the top. Well, beneath the emergency exit windows, it also curves over the top of the metal rail in there, but then this was over it. So what I did is I used the metal cutting wheel, zip wheel, and I cut the bottom off here, cut across here, pulled that up and ripped it off. That gives me access to the rivets, and then we can pull this skin off without having to take the windows out. And then I'll go over this edge with sander, just make it nice and smooth, and it'll look great. Since I cut that off below the window, the emergency exit window, now you'll see that I can pry this out of there. She's free. And here's our lovely videographer, my beautiful and very supportive wife, Kara, hiding behind the camera gimbal.
There we go. Now we're in business. I'll record you.
Is this like when you look in a mirror that's facing a mirror that's facing a mirror?
Yeah, don't get sucked in.
Okay. What did you do today? Did you get outside? It'll do your heart good. Go spend some time, whether it's on the back deck at your house, the outside patio on your high-rise apartment, or if you've got a place where you can get out and hike, go do it. Just get outside, breathe some fresh air, stretch your legs, enjoy the beauty. Have a good day.